Welcome to Album of the Week, episode 52, October 2023. Hi folks, I have some exciting news. Please look out for a track-by-track analysis of last week's episode of Album of the Week, where I do an exclusive interview with the London post-metal quartet Novia. I'll be interviewing vocalists Voy, who's also the drummer, and the bass player Top, who's also contributing vocals to that record, and they talk to me about the making of their latest album and go through the songs and what the meanings are and what they were hoping to achieve in each one. So look out for that. That should be on the channel in the next 4 to 5 working days. Anyway, for those of you new to this channel, here at Scream Blast Repeat, we bring you all things extreme metal, prog, and dark alternative. You can read our daily reviews at www.screamblastrepeat.org. As a reminder, our definition of Album of the Week means our favourite record from a short list of 8. Today, we review the debut album from Swiss extreme metal experimentalists, Trounce. Their new LP is called The Seven Crowns, and they released it via Hummus Records on the 20th of October, 2023. Jona Nido is a big name in Switzerland's underground metal and post-hardcore scenes. As a former guitarist for German post-metal giants The Ocean, he also figured in progressive metallic hardcore heroes Kelvin before making his name in the experimental noise rock group Coilguns. During that time, he founded Hummus Records, which is now one of Europe's most prestigious boutique labels for all things experimental and noisy. So it came as no surprise when the elite Roadburn Festival in the Netherlands commissioned him to present an exclusive project at this year's festival. Nido rushed to find a hidden stash of dark funeral-inspired riffs on his hard drive before he could give a yes to the proposal. The various musicians on his record label offered a natural lake of talent for him to tap into. How could he say no to the famous Dutch Music Festival? Trounce is the name of Nido's project, and The Seven Crowns is the debut album he recorded in the studio after premiering his music to 2,000 people at Roadburn in April this year. It might be the only studio effort Nido and his buddies released, but it's a remarkable showcase of extreme metal and art rock rounded out by a mischievous flirtation with post-punk. The question is not, how is Trounce such a watertight band with astounding technical abilities, but what is Trounce? Understanding this puzzle is what makes The Seven Crowns such a pleasure to deconstruct. Album opener The Seven Sleepers will leave you with mouth agape for the entirety of its 3 minutes and 36 seconds. Blast beats and mystical voice incantations collide like an atonal black metal band fronted by the bastard child of Jazz Coleman and Roz Williams. At the centre of this drama is lead singer Renaud Maitre of former Swiss sludge lords Kruger. His pitch is a neurotic one given to bouts of ritualistic chanting and religious fervour. Joining him at the mic is synth player Leia Martinez. Behind them, a two-pronged attack of barbaric drop-tune guitars fret a web of complex, dissonant shapes worthy of a tech death binge. Maitre sounds like the victim of a priestly exorcism on follow-up Faith, Hope, Love, which is the complete opposite to the mood suggested by its song title. Here, violent guitar rhythms rip through the speakers like electric tile cutters. The fact that this art school veneration of noise and unhinged aggression revels in monstrous low guitar tunings is almost as surprising as the absence of screaming vocals. How many bands would inject a monotone growl of death metal phrasings or hysterical goblin shrieks over the top of this canvas? You can watch a spectacle of terror unfold on the song Stones as if pre-warned of an impending atrocity, yet it still retains a power over you like a morbid fascination you want to deny. Blast beats rumble under the weight of the music as if providing a generator for the band to plug into for their energy supply. Codex dares to contemplate what a thrash metal song might sound like in the savage tuning of Drop F. The results are not for the squeamish. Imagine English doom metal trio Conan jamming on a Metallica riff with hardcore gang vocals and a hysterical Captain Beefheart at the microphone. Nido's vision on The Goose and the Swan and The Crippled Saint is a blackened death metal one ensconced in a divine credulity. It shares some parallels with Akakoki, but you can see how Trounce could become a black metal equivalent to what Voivod did to thrash metal when they took it apart and rebuilt it as an astral audio experience. And yet you're still befuddled when the screeching robotic vocals of Silene emerge from an assault of syncopated guitars and fuzzy reverberations that dig into your collarbone. Discordant arpeggio patterns creep through the gaps in the low-end bludgeoning like prisoners burrowing through their walls in the secrecy of night. Perhaps there's a sense of humour underneath the avant-garde irony. The circus lives up to its name as a splendid hip-swaying waltz of post-punk guitars molested by the spirit of Venom and the trauma of K.O. Dot. Analysing how it evolves into a barbed wire piece of thrash metal at the close demands repeat listens with a pen and paper in hand. Renaud Maitre and Leah Martinez could be singing anything over the top of this chaos mongering. Every vocal line sounds like an unnerving expression of fear dressed up as religious catechism. The aim is to rouse the faithful into an emotional state of ecstasy so they cannot question the emptiness behind their stupefaction. The extreme pounding of guitars and drums sweep you up into this frenzy in closing song, The Wheel. Here, Nido sees the value of obliterating the listener with a vicious torment of black metal. The transition at 2 minutes and 10 seconds to a goose-stepping groove reminds you that you cannot take your eyes off the wreckage for even 1 second unless you want to perish. Trounce started as a one-off assembly of musicians showcasing the best of the Hummus Records talent pool. The live performance of the Seven Crowns on CD 2 is just as important as the studio offering on CD 1, if not more important. But the fact the group went to the studio after unleashing their live carnage speaks of a sensation that invigorated those involved. If this is a standalone LP, it's a devastating way to announce yourself and then depart. Let's hope this is not the last we hear of Trounce. And so, after analysing this record and being mesmerised by it for the last week, we award this album an 8 out of 10. If you like this album, we recommend you check out the following records: Akakoki's classic 2005 LP, Words That Go Unspoken, Deeds That Go Undone, Voivod's legendary Nothing Face album from 1989, and the 2019 Hearts of No Light album by Swiss avant-garde black metal group Shamash. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, and more importantly, please visit our website at www.screamblastrepeat.com for the latest album and EP reviews from established, up-and-coming, and unsigned artists in the worlds of extreme metal, prog, and dark alternative.